everybody. This is Austin, running by myself today because Smeef's job has him moving around real quick, so he's getting settled. I thought I might delve into one of my favorite games that I'm terrible at, but a little Project Zomboid. This was a game by the developer Stone. Came into production through some kickstarting and like indie platforming and stuff back in 2011. And it's been in production ever since. It's a zombie survival game, and I'd say where it differs from others is it tends to be kind of a highly detailed simulation of a fictional Kentucky county / country. There is just a mountain of things to do. You can see some weather effects here. This fog is super thick. You build your character from the ground up, taking some perks and disadvantages. My I believe ex-military character is kind of a light sleeper, has trouble getting rest, but gets some bonuses to guns and things like that. And it just kind of simulates a world for you to exist in. The important thing is that any bite or scratch from an infected zombie can infect you. Really, the game is kind of... Oh, that noise terrifies the shit out of me. We have interrupted a little corpus interruptus here. But even the smallest scratch or bite can infect you. And it sometimes takes days, sometimes takes hours, depending on how bad the infection is. But this game is kind of a downer. You really play until you die. I think there are plans to make an ending to the game that you could theoretically quote-unquote win. But for the most part, it is about playing until you do something stupid and get punished for it, or, you hole up, you build water traps and things like that and make a long-term go of it, but eventually the zombie hordes build up to the point where, you get bored and build a new character or finally try and take on the world and die. Lots of little fiddly bits in this. You see I found canned food there, but no can opener. But most importantly, some bourbon. The thinking man's crutch. Every container, every item can be interacted with. If you have a carpentry skill, you can break chairs down into individual pieces and then build things like, build an entire house if you wanted from the ground up. It takes a while, and I've never had the patience to do it. I see a zombie out in the fog there. But cars have individual parts. If you're a mechanic, you can change tires, replace batteries, completely build, armor and things like that for a vehicle. Won't bother going into all the little systems there. I can switch to individual seats. I can check the glove box. Hey, we found a map. The maps in this are fairly large. Every building you can enter. Some are houses, supermarkets. You have all these little icons you can mark things with if you have picked up a pen or pencil. We'll just add a little something for the sexy times there that we put it into. And generally, nothing in the trunk there. A couple of key things you want to find as you start out in the world is a watch, so you can tell time and maybe set an alarm to wake yourself up. Combat takes a little bit getting used to at first because you are either using a weapon or pushing people away with the spacebar. But, ooh, a riding helmet. I believe that confers quite a bit of armor there. And, oh, son of a bitch. Well, there you can tell at the top left that I've been scratched and I'm bleeding now. Both of those conditions are pretty bad. Excuse me while I just finish this off. All for nothing. Do a quick first aid here, as I wouldn't recommend this in real life, but I'm going to rip up some socks and make a tourniquet for this. Our little journey may be over before it began because I got distracted by a bike helmet. And that in essence is the game. You foolishly, let your guard down, zombie sneaks up on you, and that's it. It's kind of like every zombie movie ever, except you're in it and you're the one making the dumb mistakes. You can kind of keep jimming windows here and force them to unlock. You can also break them open if you can't force them open. Makes noise, calls zombies. Gotta make sure to remove that glass though so you don't slice yourself to ribbons. Now, if you're in a hurry, maybe you don't have time for all that. Maybe you're wanting to just break through and dive out and you'll stitch yourself up later. There is a kind of comprehensive healing and sterilization system in the game. We just eat a whole avocado, pit and all. You know what? Pear as well. Some kind of monster. You can cook food. You can actually level up a cooking skill and unlock recipes. Same thing with carpentry, mechanics. You have a whole bunch of skills that you can put to use. And since we're possibly gonna die, probably, let's just get shit-faced. Just go out in style. Music is quite pleasant in this as well. It kind of bounces up and down. If you get into combat, it will build and add tension. Gets a little creepy at times. You can see in that house at the bottom right, fire can spread and destroy things. Zombies can break down windows and doors and get into places if they've seen you. Otherwise, they kind of mill about or move towards sounds and things like that. There's a small chance in these houses that they can be alarmed, and so jimmying a window will actually do more harm than good, as it sets off a big old call the zombies button. Yeah. It is a UI takes a little getting used to as well. You can see in the top right, those are containers that are in the environment. And you can open every single one of them. I'm going to do a quick little first aid here as I have bled through my bandage. So, going to do a quick wash of the rag, clean it out. I don't really have any medical supplies at the moment, but for the moment we'll just repatch ourselves up and hopefully maybe we got lucky and we didn't catch the disease. I should say that this game is also multiplayer. You can have entire servers. There's people that run RP servers on this. I recently watched where someone set up a race. Everybody logs in, grabs a car, and runs around. The car physics are kind of hilarious in this. You can roll and flip, and even a simple thing as just smashing into a light pole can get you broken bones and scratches and things like that. If you're bleeding, these zombies can kind of smell and track you a little bit better. Guns are in the game, quite a few of them. I have this game modded to hell and back, but generally they're great for killing zombies, but also they kind of pull everybody in the radius that can hear it to your position. So kind of a double-edged sword there. The busted car. Can't really interact with this one because it's damaged too far gone. One of the disadvantages of this character is that they make more noise while moving around. So you can build a stealthy character that can sneak and avoid zombies, this character tends to stomp around, and thus you can see these guys getting drawn to me pretty quick. But I'm going to try and break line of sight here. Well, it's fine. We'll take care of this one. Usually if you can break line of sight and get around a corner, climb into place, they do get distracted. They'll climb in windows thinking you're in there, or just kind of try and sniff you out, but I think we're pretty good. We want to manage our stamina, so we'll just kind of walk at a brisk pace. We won't worry about running unless there's an emergency. Now, my first nights in this game usually are spent finding a nice 2-story house, perhaps that's defensible, that I can move a bunch of food upstairs and make a little place to live while I start thinking about making excursions into the city. You plan your routes with a map, and you can X out houses. It really feels kind of like a post-apocalyptic survival sim as you're marking off each individual house. Ooh, a better bag than what I'm carrying now. Gives you a reason to track down like a sports supply store as you find actual camping supplies, like a nice big bag that can hold a lot. You find a hatchet. Maybe you decide to survive out in the woods on your own, cooking, hunting, chopping firewood, building yourself a little shack, or doing some fishing. One of those games like Dwarf Fortress where really the game is kind of building your story. The kind of tagline for this is how you died. So you're really building a character's end in a zombie survival. I will say this game is incredibly moddable. And people have put pretty much every vehicle you can imagine, every gun you can imagine into the game. There's an RV system someone's made where you can ride around in a fishing rod. Well, we won't worry about fishing at the moment. We're kind of in the middle of this town. But you can drive around in a big old RV and make a living on the go, and kind of go from this rural part of Kentucky to an actual city center that's swarming with zombies, but also, you know, lots of goodies. How foolish of them for leaving this supermarket completely open. Why don't we just help ourselves to... Yeah, let's just drink an entire bottle of olive oil. Nothing wrong with that. For some reason, it's crunchy. So we're getting a little sleepy. We're feeling a little down because we haven't interacted with any human beings. They're working on a NPC system for the game, but I've also... There are mods for putting bandits in, so you'll have kind of little random antagonists running through that aren't always going to try and kill you, but it kind of adds a little bit of spice and interaction to the game. Camera zooms out pretty far, but it does make combat a little rough there as you try and get positioning right. Here's a little bit of that ambient music kicking in as it detects a whole bunch of zombies. Just am not having any luck with vehicles. These people carrying their keys with them. A lot of times, if you find zombies near houses or vehicles, they are the owner of said vehicle / house. Yeah, I'm learning, checking my corners, checking my six. I want to get snuck up on and bitten again. Gonna rip up some more clothing here to make me another bandage, so I'm not just got a open wound wrapped in a dirty bandage. Now the music quiets down a little bit. Now, one-on-one combat, usually pretty good, unless you're in a tight area or if one surprises you. Bunch of zombies at once is where it starts to get a little dicey. Your basic interactions with things can be done with just the E key. You know, opening doors, trying to jimmy windows and things like that. But if you need something specific, you can right-click and add a whole bunch of contextual menu options. Ah. Yep. Any luck? Any luck? Nope, nothing. The little tanuki / raccoon there is the mascot for the game and county. Spiffo. Oh, a tie. Wow. I'm nothing if not formal. Looking good. Check out the free candy van. Maybe we'll get lucky here. Nope, nada. Uh-oh. Horrible. Lots of little interactions like running around barefoot. You can scratch your first aid kit. You can scratch up your feet and leave a little bloody trail that way. I'm going to confess, I don't actually know. I think you have to drop the first aid kit, open it, and access the supplies inside. Something like that. But looks like our bandage is good. We'll do a little fence climbing, depending on your agility as a character. If you are build a character, you know, person who works out, stays in shape, you can climb fences. A lot of times you might fail on that one. Here I have forgotten how to interact with ladders. It's fine. Lovely little city park here. And so, especially playing the multiplayer, you start to build this identity of characters and build a narrative. I think we'll just leave this area here. You can see the line of sight really working as we pass through trees, which cuts off our vision from them, and also them from us. Yeah, little strip mall here. These, apparently I've gone into a video store, and this is something you can do. You can collect videotapes and watch them, and it keeps your character from getting bored. And if you watch things like home improvement shows, not the Tim Allen vehicle, you can improve your skills, or at least give yourself a bonus to when you actually use the skills. Yeah, little snacks here. Have some soda. I don't think I'm gonna build my VHS collection in the apocalypse, but certainly something you can do. What do we got? Camera store. Oh, Zomboid over there. Got a chiropractic place. It's open. Maybe we can find a place to sleep. I'm moving through these rooms a little quick. A zombie in a closed room loves to jump out at you from a corner, is all I'm going to say. And you can see little back rooms that connects all the buildings. Ooh, Yahtzee. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we have found ourselves in the back room of a liquor store. Well, drink an entire bottle of wine like it's a Friday evening. Ooh. The one thing, if I can say that a system I do not like is man Molotovs are hard to make in this game. I have mastered it, or successfully completed it only once, and proceeded to burn myself up. But let's have us a little nap here. But I like a game that you have reasons to... Oh, it's dark. This is a very dark place. Okay, good. But you have reasons to break into that hospital because you might need medical supplies. And hey, look at that. It's a miracle we managed to escape without being infected, it seems. Our character feels okay. It might be all of the booze. Take some beers with us for the road. Oh man. Dark in this game is particularly bad, and you can see I'm a light sleeper, so we tried sleeping on concrete. Didn't really work out for us super well. We're still very tired. Another bad decision here. Running around in a new area in the dark. Really not a great decision. Ooh, we can hear that radio playing through the wall. Ambient sounds are good. Take some more beer with us, just in case. You never know. I mean, we're in Kentucky. It's probably a good trading commodity there. Yeah, still bad luck with the cars. Ah! Nighttime Zomboid. Oh god. So, standard operating procedure. Knock a zombie over and you can stomp them. Oh. Now that's a lovely wristwatch. And you can see there, as we put on a wristwatch, we can tell the time now. A dirty trick this game loves to play is if you get a nice digital wristwatch and you don't know that it has an alarm on it. And so you'll be sneaking through, having a good old time, and then suddenly that alarm will go off on the watch and alert every zombie in, 20 feet to your presence. I think maybe we try and find a real bed to sleep in instead of a liquor store floor. Maybe. No doctorologist, but that might be a better place to... Oh, God! And as you can see, I put my bat away to try and break into the building there. Zombie snuck up to me and scared the shit out of me. And so just had to proceed with a little hand-to-hand. This game is very quick to punish a lapse in judgment. But playing multiplayer, you get a bit of a lovely, do I hide the fact that I've been bit from my friends so they don't execute me? And then you turn into a zombie and kill them and everybody's mad at you anyway. So, just like the movies. Oh, yeah. This dingy bedroom, just like my first apartment out of college. Nope, close the curtains. There we go. We'll try and get some real sleep here. But yes, I don't know if our thank you video is posted yet or not, but we reached 100 subscribers, which is amazing, and thank you all for some reason being interested in what we're doing here. And one of the games I'm gonna push Smeef for is to try and play this a little multiplayer and maybe make some bad zombie survival decisions together. Ooh. Now this is actually things I would do in real life, is just eat a shitload of pickles. Never sits well with your stomach, never a great idea, just a whole bunch of vinegar and salt, but I can't help myself. Eating uncooked meat, also a bad decision in this game. But, you can fire up the oven, find yourself a frying pan, and make a nice burger or anything like that if you've got all the ingredients. Or, if you're like one of my first characters, turn the oven on, forget about it, go to sleep, and then burn the house down with you in it. fantastic way to go. Lovely bit of rain there. I like the effect of the puddles on the ground. And everything affects things. The rain can dampen sounds, can make it where you can't see as well. I have a mod on so that it'll slowly wash away blood. Gotta check 6 zombies. And the game comes pretty much stock with, you gotta love that muted rain sound. Do you want the zombies to be the slow shamblers like in our, classic zombie movies? Or do you perhaps want the runners of like a 28 Days Later? You can run that and set it up in the options and go from there. There are, of course, mods for some of the more new Left 4 Dead game zombies and things like that. And I just need to find a gun. And in a playthrough where I'm not showing the game off, I might collect a bunch of books and sit around reading to keep my character from becoming bored, and learn get a little bonuses, some skills. There's some TV shows to watch that you can kind of ooh, gun case. We might have just hit the jackpot. What do we got? What do we got? Well, we have ammo and a magazine. All right. Well, we have the first part of a gun. I'll show off a little bit of this. We're gonna open the box, take the rounds out, and then load the magazine. If you think that will create some tense moments when you forget to load a magazine and pull the trigger on an empty round in combat, you are correct. As you rush to try and get to a place, eject the mag, load the rounds by hand, and then reinsert the magazine before your face is chewed off. Good times. And, characters that are good with guns, like security guards and jobs that use those things, better shots and less of a risk of hitting your allies and things like that. Ooh, can opener. We'll take that. Well, I'll move and interrupt my grabbing animation, but then grab that. So, the bourbon and the wine that we drink, what we're going to do is fill those with water now, so we can kind of stay hydrated throughout the day. Oh, it sounds like there's a zombie trying to break in somewhere. So I think we'll, before they get to us, I think we'll eat a little, perhaps canned sardines. Well, let me drop the dirty rags. Yeah, the music is definitely detecting that they're... Oh, that's a good noise. I think we'll just call this one good. Oh, alright. Is she wearing a wedding veil? Boy, that makes me sad a little bit. Oh, nope, she's going back over the fence. And you can damage legs and they become crawlers and things like that. But, why does nobody carry keys to their house anymore in this town? Oh, hello, sir. Yep, let's not forget. Move that glass. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is not great. Oh, this is, yep, okay. Nope, we're fine. We got this. Nope, we're good. Save us, Jose Canseco, that. I would also say backing into new areas while in a fight is a great way to suddenly find some more enemies behind you. I don't know that it was worth risking all that and not just leaving and trying to... Oh, Jesus. Alright. I think we got this. Yeah. Items have durability in this, but it is a lot of durability. The baseball bat will last for a long time. You get some skills on you. You can keep them repaired or put nails through them. All the usual things that we do in survival situations in movies. Man, somebody's jamming on an electric guitar here. Yep, even the tiny closet can have a zombie in it. Ooh, dog food. I don't think we're that desperate yet. But, you know, so kind of a nice little survival game with zombies. You can increase, decrease, anything you might want to... So, alarm. Normally you would want to get the heck out of this area immediately, but, you know, feel like we got some time. Maybe we'll find a gun in here, and, well, you know, we're kind of winding down. But, I think this is a fantastic game. It's also pretty cheap last time I checked. Well, some sleeping pills if we really needed to sleep. We can start to see everybody congregating, drawn to the sound, and then once they see you, they kind of override the sound and look at you instead. Good little sounds there as they squeegee themselves against the windows. But I think this might be a good place to dog it off there. If you want to see us play through, or perhaps set up a server and maybe we can all play together, let us know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, catch us next time on I've Got Next, when we return to our regularly scheduled program.